Hello class 7. Today I am talking about the question answers and fill in the blanks of the next chapter, that is animal tissues. And as you know, I have already uploaded previously the animal tissue chapter notes and I have explained it also. So first of all, I'll definitely remind you of going through those uploaded videos so that you can be at par with the things which I have taught you and also with the syllabus and what will be there in your exam. So please go through those videos and you can get any question from those notes, because I have given you written notes and I have explained everything for that. So definitely you will get question from there, and few questions I will discuss from the book which may come and which are important, okay, which I am feeling to be important. Now first, animal tissues, I am starting with the fill in the blanks. Epithelial tissue consists of cells without any intercellular spaces. Number 2, voluntary muscles help in the movement of the limbs. Number 3, the neurons or nerve fibers constitute the nerves. Number 4, a ligament connects one bone to another. Number 5, adipose tissue cushions and insulates the body. And number 6, lymph is a fluid connective tissue without red blood cells. Okay, please jot it down. These are the answers to the fill in the blanks. Now, I'll come to number G. Answer the following in short. Number 1, write any two functions of epithelial tissues. Now you come to page 14, 1-4. Functions of epithelial tissues. I have marked two important functions. Epithelial tissue is a protective tissue. It covers the outer surface of the body and forms the inner lining of organs. And number 2, certain epithelial cells lining the small intestine absorb nutrients from the digested food. Okay, these two will be the answers for G1. Next question. Explain the structure and function of a neuron. Come to page 16, 1-6. Each neuron has a central part called the cell body or cyton. Many thread-like branches extend from the cyton. These thread-like branches extending from all sides of the cell body are called dendrons. Dendrons further divide to form dendrites. One of these extensions is longer than the rest and is called the axon. Again, we will start from messages to the neuron are conveyed by the dendrites, while the messages from the neuron are conveyed to the axon. Many neurons or nerve fibers bound together constitute a nerve. So this will be the answer for G2. Next, what is the difference between a white fibrous tissue and a yellow fibrous tissue? Come to page 17, 1-7. There, yellow fibrous tissue and white fibrous tissue, you have to write in the form of difference. Like the first point can be, it connects one bone to another bone. And for white fibrous tissue, it connects muscles to the bones. So this can be one point. Okay, this is one point. Next point, it can be, for yellow fibrous tissue, it is found in the ligaments that join the bones. And for white fibrous tissue, the second point will be, it is found in the tendons that connect muscles to the bones. Okay, I hope it's clear. Point 3 can be, yellow fibrous tissue has great strength but limited flexibility. And for white fibrous tissue, the third point will be, this tissue has considerable strength and high elasticity. Okay, so this will be the 3 points of difference. Clear? Now from number 8 we will do only 2 questions. Number 2, explain the structure and functions of various types of epithelial tissue. Come to page 13, 1-3. First we'll start from squamous epithelium. The cells of squamous epithelium appear flat, hexagonal or irregular in shape. They also form the epidermis of the skin, where they provide protection and prevent the entry of germs. Clear? Columnar epithelium. The length of the cells of columnar epithelium appears much more than their width. The cells are placed side by side like columns. Again we will start from, come to the next page. Page number 14. These cells are found in the lining of the stomach, intestines and pharynx. Cuboidal epithelium. The height of the cells appears almost equal to its width, such that its side view gives a square appearance. They are found in the thyroid gland, kidney tubules, salivary glands, pancreas and liver. Okay? Question number 3. Describe the types of muscular tissue with examples. Come to page 14. Okay. Voluntary muscles. These muscles are under our control or will. For example, we can control the muscles in our arms and legs when we run, walk or jump. The muscles attached to our arms and legs are voluntary muscles, and these are also called skeletal muscles. These muscles help in the movement of the bones. They are also called striated muscles. Next page. Involuntary muscles. These muscles are not under our control or will. They are present in the internal organs of our body, such as the stomach, intestines, urinary bladder and eyes. The cells of these muscles are spindle shaped. These are also called unstriated muscles. Okay. Cardiac muscles. The heart, which pumps blood to various parts of our body, works non-stop throughout our lifetime. It is made up of special type of involuntary muscles called cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles work continuously and do not get tired. Muscle cells contain specialized cytoplasm called sarcoplasm, that is bound by a thin cell membrane called sarcolemma. Okay, up to here will be the answer for age 3. Now students, the other 2 questions will not do. Now you have to go through my uploaded video and you have to follow my notes which I have given you, which I have explained when I was explaining the chapter. Clear? Now I'll tell you some of the important things from this chapter. First of all, diagram. Figure 2.1a, 2.1b. Come to next page. Figure 2.1c. Figure 2.2a. Figure 2.2b. Figure 2.2c. Next, this table. Characteristic features of the 3 types of muscular tissues. Very important. Okay. Diagram of a nerve cell or neuron. Very important. Next, come to the next page. This diagram, figure 2.6, adipose tissue. Clear? And the last thing, page 19, 19, difference between plant tissues and animal tissues. All the 3 points. Clear? So students, this is all about your animal tissues, question answers and important things from the chapter. Please go through the chapter. Please go through all my previously uploaded videos, because I have completed plant tissues, animal tissues and also kingdoms of classification. I'll come to that in my next video with the important question answers for that chapters, for those chapters. So please be at par with all the uploaded videos so that you can follow up the things which will be there in your syllabus, in your exams. Clear? Thank you.